Here's the truth about vibe coding from a software engineer. I think that vibe coding is, for those of you who don't know who I am, my name is Scott Leonard. I'm a senior software engineer, iOS mobile application developer. I've been doing this for about 6 years, and I'm here to tell you guys that AI has come to change the entire industry. In this video, I will be telling you guys the truth about vibe coding from the perspective of a software engineer. Let's get into it. Very young people are getting extremely rich, and it's all thanks to the power of coding. What they're not telling you is that they're doing this all without knowing how to code themselves. When I first heard about using AI as a tool to write code, I was against it. As a professional software engineer that spent years learning how to code, I thought it wasn't fair that somebody would be able to write an application without knowing how to code themselves, and it made me upset. And I refused to use the tools for the longest time until I lost my job. After I lost my first software engineering job, I spent that time doing research and learning new things. And one of the things that I learned was the power of AI. I realize now that my perspective on this was completely flawed. AI has helped me do so much. In fact, I've already launched an entire application on the Apple App Store. It took me approximately 2 weeks to complete the app, something that would have taken me, a solo developer, over a year to do. I built the website. I built all of the tools necessary in order to launch my application, and it was all done with AI. If you're a software engineer right now and you're refusing to use AI, you're making one of the biggest mistakes of your life. AI is the future of this industry, and I strongly believe that the people who decide not to use AI now are setting themselves up for failure in the future. In 2026, knowing how to build your own applications, build your own tools to solve your own problems firsthand is an extremely powerful ability. It's becoming easier and easier for any person to go ahead and make whatever tool they need to accomplish whatever goals they set forth. I've learned firsthand how powerful these AI tools have become and how they can help you accomplish your goals, even if you're by yourself and you don't know what you're trying to accomplish. It's crazy how powerful these AI tools have become, and I have the perfect example for you. This weekend, I was trying to rebrand my YouTube channel. I decided that I would go in and I would unlist all of the videos that were off-brand, but I quickly realized that in the YouTube studio, you're not able to mark more than 50 videos at the same time, which is extremely frustrating when you have over 2,000 videos that you want to unlist. I went to Claude Code and I told Claude Code the problem I was facing, and I asked it, what solutions can you give me to solve this problem? Immediately, Claude Code mentioned that Google has an API for YouTube and that I would be able to use this tool to unlist the videos needed. I asked Claude Code to create a program for me to go in and unlist the videos. Claude Code said, okay, I can get on it. It wrote me a whole website where I can drag and drop a list of titles, and it would go in to my channel with the OAuth that I provided it and mark those videos unlisted, private, or public. This was all done within an hour. And that shows you the power of AI tools, because something like that in the past would have taken you weeks to develop. With AI tools, especially if you're a software engineer and you know what you're trying to accomplish, you know the steps necessary to finish the project you're working on, you can get something that would take you a year done in a week. You can get something that would take you weeks done in hours. And that's where the power comes in. I keep telling people that there's no excuse in 2026 to not make money. If you're a person struggling right now and you can't figure out how to make money, that's on you, because with these AI tools, there's so much you can do. There are so many avenues to create revenue. I don't even know what to say. I don't know how to put it into words. I am a mobile developer. Yes, I can use AI to help me develop an app. And since I'm a mobile developer, I can work at breakneck pace to get that done. But I've been able to use AI to develop programs in tech stacks that I'm not even familiar with. Python, I don't know Python. JavaScript, I don't know JavaScript. Node.js, I don't know Node.js. And yet I've been able to take advantage of those tech stacks using AI. And that's just the beginning. We're just scratching the surface. I am still just learning how to use these tools, but I think that this is the future and it's only going to get better from here. There's no world, no universe in which AI is going to go backwards. So if you're worried, if you're a developer and you're worried that relying on AI will be your downfall, it makes no sense to worry that way. You know, as a developer, that's the thought process that I had in my head. I said to myself, if I rely heavily on AI, it's going to ruin my ability to write code off the cuff from my head. But the more I've been using the tools, the more I realize that this is not going to get worse. We're not going backwards. There's no scenario in which I need to memorize a bunch of APIs because AI is here now. Just like the calculator came along and helped people solve complex math without having to know all the fundamentals, it's the same thing with AI. You no longer need to know all of the fundamentals to complete a task because AI is there as a backup to help you solve those problems without you breaking your head trying to learn everything yourself. I am convinced that this is only going to get more powerful. My word to you, if you're a developer, is that you should start learning AI as soon as possible. Start learning agentic AI. Dive in head first. Learn everything you can, because the way I see it, the writing is on the wall. The plain old developer job of 2020 is gone. We don't need you to sit around idle-handed, learning stuff, memorizing things, when we have a tool that will do all of that for you. And I'm not telling the people who don't know how to code not to learn how to code, because when you actually know how to code, when you're proficient in a tech stack, you can work even faster. The application that I built over the past 2 weeks is an application that would have taken a team of developers a year to build. But since I have AI doing most of the heavy lifting, I'm able to go back and just review the code and get the work done extremely fast. That's the future we're looking at. That's the future we're in. A future where you don't need to do the heavy lifting because you have a tool that will do it for you. And if you refuse to use that tool, you're going to get left behind. That's just the truth. The tool that I've been using to vibe code is Claude Code. And I'm going to be making more videos about this, so I hope you stay tuned to watch those as well. I'm going to be teaching you guys what I do, how I do it, and how long it takes to do it. And I really do think that before the end of the year, the people who jump on this trend of using AI to develop tools that are useful for other people are going to make millions of dollars. There already are tons of people making millions of dollars with applications and websites. You can go to the video on this channel. It was a live stream, and you can watch from start to finish 30 minutes to build a very nice landing page, everything needed to launch my application. In 2020, that would have taken at least a week to develop. Again, and I'm talking in circles here, you need to take advantage of the tools that are available to you, and AI is one of the most powerful tools that humans have ever come up with. You literally have the knowledge base of all of humanity at your fingertips, and most of you guys are using it for nonsense. There's no excuse to not make an income. There's no excuse not to be able to start a business. I mean, starting a business with AI is extremely easy. It will tell you all of the steps in order. All you need to do is follow. As a developer, I fully endorse the use of AI to get the job done, and I'm looking forward to seeing what happens in the future. I really am. I really am. I think that right now we're at a crossroads where you can still make a lot of money using AI. For example, when I launched my app, I hit many blockers that I think a person who doesn't have experience developing and experience in this industry would have got stuck at, because even with the AI, there were still a lot of things in the pipeline that the AI could not help me completely through, but still I was able to get so much done with the help of Claude. I really do think that even if you're a normie, even if you're a person who's never written a line of code, never developed an application, you can figure it out, and you can launch your application, and then you can ask Claude for an outline of the marketing strategy. You can follow that step by step, and you'll make money. Pretty much anything at this point that you want to learn, that you want to do, you can ask an AI how to do it, and they will walk you through the steps. All you need to do is follow the steps. So I hope that this video opens your eyes to the reality of the world that we are now living in, a world where AI is the most powerful tool in your arsenal, a weapon to be used to raise yourself through the ranks of society financially. I hope that you listen to my words and you jump on it and you start to invest your time heavily in learning these tools, because these tools are the tools of the future. Anyways, that's all I had to say. Stay tuned. I'm going to be dropping a whole bunch of videos on this channel about how to build applications, how to do marketing, how to grow a business, how to become successful, how to get to the point where you're able to be financially independent, how to land a 6-figure job if that's what you're looking for, how to start a 7-figure company. I'm going to be teaching you guys all of that on this channel. So stay tuned, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys later. I'm out.